Hello students, let us start the Unix sessions, and it also contains the shell programming. The first unit generally has about the Unix, history of Unix, Unix architecture, features. Okay, so let us study one by one. So it is designed to let a number of programmers to access the computers at the same time and share its resources. Basically, this unit is operating system. So at the very beginning, you should say what is Linux? Linux is an operating system. So operating system in the sense, it is a part of system software. So as it is operating system, according to the operating system characteristic, it is used to interface between the user and the computer. It is used to interface between user and the computer basically. So what do you mean by interface? What do you mean by interface? Means the user understands user language like English language. The computer or the system understands its own language, that is machine language. So in order to fulfill this particular gap, in order to communicate between the user and computer, so generally the operating system is needed. So Unix is that kind of operating system. So like Windows, Ubuntu, of course, Mac, DOS, etc. Okay, so it's especially designed to let a number of programmers to access the computers at the same time and share its resources. So in the next slides, you may have the information regarding Unix is multi-user environment. Means more than one user can access the uh, system at the same time. So it allows the user to share its resources, and it is mainly developed by programmers for programmers. Software in the sense the programmer has to develop for programmers, not for the users or application users or the customers, or for any development of software. It is developed by the programmers for programmers only. Means generally the programmers are going to use this particular operating system. Even in the software development cells, you can see the Unix, Linux, Ubuntu. So these kind of what I can say favors of Unix itself. So you can't find any operating systems like Windows or DOS, Windows 10, in the software development cells. So because the Unix has its own features, special features among the other operating system. Next one, this OS coordinates the user of computer resources. So resources means it may be memory, it may be hardware parts like hard disk, printer, etc. Hard disk, printer, or what I can secondary storage, any. Okay, mainly memory. Okay, so these are the resources. So this Unix OS coordinates the use of computer resources. Okay, many user can log on at the same time and process their work. So which leads to multi-user operating. Say here we are saying the Unix is multi-user system because many user can log on at the same time and process their work. It is not single user operating system, it is multi-user operating system. So it allows the many people to log in and do their work. Okay, initially it was designed for mini computers. Initially at the say 1969, it was designed for mini computers, and later on it moved to the larger, more powerful mainframe computers. Even for mainframe computers you can install and work with the Unix itself. Okay. The history of Unix is in the 1969, Ken Thompson comes up with the idea to make a general purpose operating system. At that time, actually, MS DOS or IBM DOS, disk operating system was there. So, always the evaluations are going on till today. Okay. So, Ken Thompson comes with the idea to make a general purpose operating system, and with the help of Dennis Ritchie, who is the designer of C programming language. He implemented his idea and created a single user system in Bell Laboratories. And one more information, most probably it may be there here. So Unix was designed using C language. ಸಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಯುನಿಕ್ಸನ್ನು ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ 1973 ಥಾಮ್ಸನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರಿಚಿ rewrote the Unix operating system in C, breaking away from the traditional system software language, that is assembly language. So Unix is designed by C language. It is clear. Around 1974, it was licensed to universities for educational purpose, not for the commercial purpose. And a few years later, Unix was made commercially available. Okay, always it will be there. This kind of process will be there. Initially, some what I can say beta codes, or I can say for 1 or 2 3 years, these new softwares will be given for educational purpose, which is non-commercial purposes. What I can say forms, and later that will be modified and will be given to commercial purposes. Okay, next one, the uniqueness of Unix. How Unix is different from the other operating systems. The features that made Unix a hit from the start are: first one, multitasking capability. In those days, when the Unix was designed, that time operating systems were there, but the remaining all operating systems are single user operating systems. Single user operating systems means only one user can work at the same time. Okay, and here it is multitasking capability. Multitasking capability is different. The user can work with more than one task at the same time. Most of the time I have given this explanation. So even in Windows you can do now. Once you start your Windows or any operating system, you can work with different programs. Say in Windows or say other programs. So you can open Word, you can open Notepad, you can open Excel, you can open any video or audio programs, and you can write some codes in C and execute. No need to close any other program. You can go on choosing your programs in which you want to work. So if you see, there may be 5 or 6 programs opened, and you may switch between different programs which have been opened. So this is possible only with the environment like the Unix or any operating systems which has the facility of what I can say multitasking capabilities. So the first and foremost operating system that has the multitasking capability is the Unix. Later the all new operating systems are having the same what I can say feature. Multi-user capability, as I already told, so more than one user can work at the same time. Unix programs, so using Unix you can write programs as you can do with the C language. Almost the constructs are similar of C language. Library of application softwares. The Unix has a bundle of application softwares. So along with the Unix shell, what I can say, so you can work with some other application softwares which are very compatible with the Unix itself. Okay, first one, multi-user operating system. Multi-user operating system is expected to perform various functions which can be broadly categorized as command interpretation, peripheral management, memory management, and process management. Command interpretation means user will type some command and use to execute it. Interpret means translate. Command translation. So, whichever the command you want to execute, your intention is to execute a command like creating a text file, or viewing the text file content, or copying the file or files, or deleting some files, or changing an attribute of some files, or creating folders, or opening the folders. The work task may be anything. So, command interpreter provides the user to work with command. So, it allows the user to type the command or modify the command. Hence, it executes the, or it also gives the provision to execute the command. Second one, peripheral management. The peripherals are the other components or other devices which are attached to the computer system. Say input devices, output devices, storage devices, printing devices, of course, they are attached to that. For the computer system, whichever the additional or external devices are attached, so those things have to be detected. So if the monitor is connected, keyboard is connected, speaker is connected, scanner is connected, what I can say, pen drive is connected, printer is connected. So if you connect it physically, so you need to work with that. So that will be possible with the help of peripheral management. There is a separate program in Unix which has been designed or developed to manage all peripheral devices attached to the computer system of the Unix. Next, memory management, which is extremely important job of allocation memory for various jobs being performed on the system. So you may have the idea of dynamic memory allocation, static memory allocation, like that. So allocating the memory for the jobs, different jobs, and even disposing of useless data in memory after it has been processed and used. Say for example, you need to execute one program. So you will initiate a program to open. You will open that program so that that program will be opened in the memory. Then on completion of that work, you will close that program. As you close the program, so automatically the memory locations which were occupied by that program will be released. So this kind of allocating and deallocating memory for the programs is nothing but memory management. Not only this one, this is the main management. There are other algorithms are there in the memory management, means checking of the program size, whether it will be easily comfortably sits on the memory or not. If it is not, then it should say not enough memory available in the system. Similarly, reallocation will be there. So most of the times we need to shift the program in the RAM itself from one place to another place. So that kind of job is also the responsibility of Unix through memory management. Okay. And next one is process management. You all know the process is nothing but a job or a program which is in execution. ಅಂದರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಷನ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂಥ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಜಾಬಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಈಗ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸು ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವ ಜಾಬ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್, ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಜಾಬ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ process. Okay, next one, benefits of Unix. So what are the benefits? First thing is portability. It is machine independent. The system hides the machine architecture from the user, making it easier to write the applications that can run on or micros, minis and mainframes. ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರಲ್ಲೂ ಇದನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ದಿ ಕೋಡ್ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ದಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಕಮಾಂಡ್ that you want to execute in a particular computer is not dependent, so a program ಬರ್ದಿರ್ಬೋದು, an application, so you may execute that program in any other computer, so it is called machine independent. Okay, second one is multi-user operations. So as you all know, multi-user means it provides the many users to work with the same what I can say, software same time. Okay, and one more thing is Unix shell. So this is nothing but here pipes and filters. Unix has facility called pipes and filters which permit the user to create complex programs from the simpler programs. So through the simple programs, so you can go for complex programs. So Unix shell is one which is the area through which you can give your commands, your needs. Okay, ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ ಕಮಾಂಡ್ಸನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಥ್ರೂ ಶೆಲ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ಶೆಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಪ್ರಾಂಪ್ಟ್, ಒಂದು ಏರಿಯಾ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ಟಾಪ್ ಬರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ವಿಂಡೋಸಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಗೆ ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ಟಾಪ್ ಬರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗೆ ಯೂನಿಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಶೆಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಂಪ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಥ್ರೂ ಶೆಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಂಪ್ಟ್ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗಿವ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಅನದರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗಿವ್ ಸಮ್ ಕಮಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆರ್ ವಿಚ್ ಯು ಇಂಟೆಂಡ್ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್. Next, some utilities are there. Always utilities means the scanning, removing things, checking memory, etc. Okay. Then background processing. So this is very important. So most of the programs will not be interacted with the user, but they should run in the ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರಲ್ಲಿ ರನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಆದರೆ ಯೂಸರ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಂಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಸಲ. ಸೊ ಆಗ ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅದು. ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸರ್ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ಸ್ ನೌ-ಎ-ಡೇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದೀಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, interactive and non-interactive the programs. Then software development tool. So as it is having a programming section, shell script section through which you can write and execute the programs. So software, you can develop the software using the Unix tools. Then the Unix is a time-tested operating system. It offers a bug-free environment and high-level reliability. That is called MAT20. This is the one of the best features why Unix is the first choice for software development. Virus affection ಅಥವಾ ವೈರಸ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಗೋದು ಭಾಳ ಕಡಿಮೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ architecture is in such a way that so no viruses will enter into this particular system. So most of the developers will prefer the Unix for their development, as the operating system in their computer. Okay, so I think this is sufficient for today's session. So we will continue in the next.